Now let's look at an example of a alternate angles. So, of an alternate angle. Again, what is missing from this? The parallel lines to show that they're running in the same direction. That's the transversal. Now, if I want to demonstrate alternate angles, okay, so let's look. I want to find that one. I have that one as 140 degrees, and I'm asked to find this one. Let's call this again, let's call it X. This is below the parallel line on the right, and this is above the parallel lines on my left. Now, first of all, I can eliminate corresponding. If they're corresponding, they must be in the same place, the same position. So I'm here going to eliminate. I'm eliminating corresponding. So the next one is going to be alternate. Alternate angles, because here I have parallel lines. This, I can see the letter Z right there. So I know whatever this one is, that one is going to be the same thing. So these are alternate angles. So X would be equal to 140. I do not need to do any calculations because it's just, they are just the same. No calculation is needed. So X is equal to 140, and you will be asked to tell what is your reason. Your reason will be because they are alternate angles. Let's look at another one. Again, I want you to assume, as I'm using a freehand, that these are straight and they're the same distance apart, which will make them parallel. You need to look that you have your arrows there to indicate that they are parallel. So if I'm given this and I'm asked for this one here, so let's give that as 50 degrees and let's call that Y. Again, mathematicians' favorite letters, X and Y. So if here we have two parallel lines, here we have a Z, we can visualize a Z right there with the arms of the Z. I should draw that out with the arms of the Z there being the parallel lines. That is 50, and I'm asked for this, which is Y. So these are alternate angles. So I know that Y is equal to 50, and the reason for that is because they are alternate angles. And you could write because alternate angles are equal. So they're alternate angles, you could leave it as that, or you could write alternate angles are equal. So that's just a recap of corresponding angles and alternate angles. Now, let's get on to the next other type of angle that is formed when we have parallel lines. The next type of angle that is formed when we have parallel lines. So let's draw our parallel lines. Again, I want you to assume that these are straight and they're the same distance apart. I'm going to draw my transversal in. And this time, I want to look at this angle and that angle. Now, these angles are called co-interior, or sometimes we just leave it as plain interior angles. And by observation, I hope you can see why. This is bounded between the two parallel lines. It's enclosed by the two parallel lines. So that's inside and that's inside of the parallel line. The parallel line is bounded by the parallel line. So they are inside this space here. So therefore they're called interior angles. I want you to also note something. If you look at this angle here and that angle there, how wide that space is and how wide that space is, you'll notice that they're not the same size. They're not the same size. So while in corresponding angles, they would be the same size, while in alternate angles, they will be the same size. in interior or co-interior angles, they will not be the same size. So if this is A and that is B, then A plus B is going to be equal to 180 degrees. So A plus B equals 180 degrees. So in interior angles, two angles or the interior angles adds up to 180 degrees. We could come over here and we could say the same thing. That is C, then that, let's call that D. C plus D equals 180 degrees. If we want to visualize this one, we could look for the letter, we could call this the letter C. Or from this way, the letter C. Also, just in case the parallel lines are turned this way, we could visualize it. Doesn't matter how we draw a transversal, it could be straight across or it could be slanted, it doesn't matter which way, it's still a transversal. We could say that we know that these two are bounded by the parallel lines, they are interior angles, but in this case, we could look at them as a U. So that and that, these two add together to give 180 degrees. Likewise, these two add together to give 180 degrees. So we've looked at corresponding angles, we've looked at alternate angles, and this third one we've looked at is interior angles or co-interior angles. With a co-interior angle, that's the only one in this case that they're not the same size. Corresponding angles, both angles will be the same size. Alternate angles, both angles will be the same size. But in co-interior angles, they will add up to 180 degrees. They are not the same size. Corresponding angles can be visualized by looking for the letter F. Alternate angles can be visualized by looking for the letter Z. And co-interior angle can be visualized by looking for the letter U or the letter C. Okay, we'll come back to that.